Thank you. Is there a motion?
I move that the Board of Trustees adopts policy FFAC Local Wellness and Health Services Medical Treatment under first and final reading.
Second.
I have a motion by Lauren Tyra, a second by Cody Weaver, that the Board of Trustees adopts policy FFAC Local Wellness and Health Services Medical Treatment under first and final reading. Is there any discussion here?
Yes. We're probably going to say some similar things. You know, growing up here in the 90s and the MTV documentary about heroin use came out when I was in middle school. And, you know, my husband and I knew people who were involved in that rush of student ODs and student deaths. And so it's a little bit surreal sitting in that position again. And when you go back and you watch the documentary that MTV did, or you read any of the many, many articles about this that are online, it very clearly will lay out the actions taken by the school district, by the city of Plano, by the Plano police, by other community members, by the families. And, you know, this one is very personal to me. I feel like, having grown up here and been impacted by that in middle and high school, and with the recent death of a student that of course her parents are trying to raise awareness, and I would just like to thank that family for doing that. I think it's time to pull out all the stops on supporting our students and taking care of our students. And this is one of those stops, is not just relying, for example, on our first responders to have Narcan, but ensuring that it's on our campuses, and our school nurses and our campus staff are trained to use that, so that, you know, if we do have students in crisis situations on our campuses, we're able to respond to that and address that. And I would go further to just reiterate that, in addition to, you know, the forum that Plano ISD hosted here, participating in the forum that the Plano Police hosted in the city of Plano, supporting the Vaughn family in their advocacy efforts, all the emails we've gotten as parents, all of those efforts, I don't want to leave any stone unturned on this, because it has such an amazing impact, or huge impact on our students' lives, and it just, thank you for doing this. And, you know, if more needs to be done, I hope that my fellow trustees will be supportive and taking further action as it's needed to protect the health and well-being of our students.
So I'll start by saying thank you to the district for being proactive about this. You didn't need the board to come knocking on your door saying something needs to be done and we need to be proactive. So I appreciate the district's action on this. And, you know, this is a really dangerous time. This is a very dangerous drug, and it's flowing into our country at an amazing rate. And I think one of the statistics was 60% of pills on the streets right now have some amount of fentanyl laced in it. And so a student that buys a pill has more than a 1 in 2 chance of that being the one. And I don't know that enough students know that. I know we have time for SEL, and we have time for a lot of other things in advisory, and I think that it's an excellent time and opportunity for our district to explore not only what can we put during that time to educate our students, but also, you know, there's different groups. I mean, education videos, whatever we can put out. You know, I feel like when they're scrolling through social media, they see all kinds of fun stuff, but they're not seeing anything about the things like fentanyl, things that are truly the terror of the day. And until something's done about that, I'm with the whole board. I know we're all in alignment on this, that if there is more that the district learns, whether it's from what another district's doing, recommendations from DEA, FBI, you know, they love to work with school districts. If there's anything more we can do, we stand ready as a board to adopt that, support that, and I think we should continue the proactive approach of trying to educate our students on this and help them understand that, you know, it's not like the drugs of yesterday, that 2 grains of salt worth of fentanyl is enough to kill you. And that's an unbelievable thing. That's something you can't see can cause you to OD. And that's not something that I learned when I was in high school, because this wasn't around. And the game has changed. And students need to understand that, and that it's not a game. And I think the school plays a vital role in that. It did in the past, and I feel like that role needs to be assumed again today.